it's me JD and I'm back. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been far too long since I've been here, I've been filming, I've been crafting, and I'm here to explain all of that, why I took such a long break, as well as discuss a few other things. I just wanted to update you guys on where my life has been, as well as discuss a few things that are going on in this particular industry. And while I'm doing all that, I'm also going to be testing out some fun new craft products I got over the holidays. So sit back, subscribe, and we'll jump right in. I did some shopping over the holidays. Of course, I can't resist me a good sale. And I picked up some of these ink blending tools with domed film applicators. This was recommended to me by my friend Ingrid Blackburn, who is also on YouTube. And I wanted to try these out because you guys know how much I love ink blending. So I thought these would be fun to test and see if they work and see how well I like them. I also have some fun stencils from Simon Says Stamp, just to help get into the Valentine's Day mood, because this is coming up in about a month or so. Let's open these right up. They come in about 2 a pack with a tool and a couple of foam domes. Is that what we call them? Is that trademarked? I don't know. Foam domes. I like it. So the dome effect is supposed to reduce the amount of harsh edges when you're ink blending, which, I mean, in theory, that should work. And if I take these and compare it to the original foam, so they're about the same size. This one's nice and soft, although that could be because I used it a lot and it's pretty much saturated with ink. This one's pretty firm, but looks like it looks like it's the same material, just a dome shape there. Let's open this up. All right, I got some fun Distress Oxide ink colors, and I'm not doing any like groundbreaking technique. It's more of just a chatty crafty time. So where I've been over the past few months, well, I basically went on a social media break, and I'll tell you all of the events that led up to it. So my channel grew relatively fast for a new craft channel, and with that came a lot of exposure, both good and bad. When I started a craft channel, I didn't think that people could be so nasty. Honestly, there's no other word for it. And that's not to say everyone's been mean to me. It's 98% of the comments or the emails and the messages are so positive and just so reassuring and productive. Even if they're not completely positive, at least they have something constructive to say. The 1% to 2% that usually end up in the banned comment sections, they hurt. There's no masking that or hiding that. I could receive 99,000 positive messages, but that 1 or 2 that kind of say things that kind of dig deep and get personal, it always sticks to you. And for me, there's no way getting around that. I know I need to work on just ignoring it and moving on, but you don't forget them, unfortunately. And with that, I received 1 or 2 comments in the videos where I review the must-have craft products. I didn't realize that would be I didn't realize that would incite such hateful language. But, I mean, after those comments and those videos came out, I still created videos, and believe me, it was hard. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I haven't really checked the YouTube comments lately. I used to check them religiously. I used to respond to each and every one of them, but as I got, more and more negative comments as the channel grew, it was too hard to take. And then I had my husband review the comments for a while, and you know, again, most of them were really positive, but then, you know, the couple that just went way too personal and way too inappropriate, it stung, you know. And he was like, well, why are you doing this? Like, why are you setting yourself up for this? And I said, well, I love this. I do like having a channel. I don't like the ugly side of having a channel. But nonetheless, I kept on doing it because I knew the majority of the subscribers and the viewers out there do like to see new techniques. I do like to see humor. They do like to see personality. And I think that's what I have to offer to the YouTube community. Yeah, you know, there's a line between constructive comments and just plain rude. Like, being called fat or ugly or explicitive words. That was a fun one to read. I didn't think I deserved that. Sorry. Sorry, I didn't. This video is not meant to be emotional at all. But as I was saying, you know, I didn't think a simple card making channel where I had a few videos that showed my opinion on products necessarily warranted such hateful language. But, you know, I have a good support system at home, and, you know, the positive comments I really do appreciate from you guys so much. So much from the bottom of my heart. And so that's what, those kinds of things kept me going with the channel, and I knew I wanted to continue it because I enjoyed it. I really do. So cut to, you know, after those videos came out and those comments happened, I was feeling a little down, but I still wanted to continue. And then these are blending pretty well, by the way. I don't even need a sprayer, I'll just use my tears. I'm just kidding. Yeah, so after that video came out, then I was like ready to just move on and ignore those kind of trolls. And one thing I should tell you about my filming process is that I film like 6 to 8 weeks in advance. So what you're seeing happened like 1 to 2 months ago, and that's only because I can only film on my days off from work, which means it's holidays or maybe a day off here or there, because I reserve weekends for family time because of, you know, working the weekdays. And so really, yeah, it is just the days off where I can you know, focus on filming and focus on crafting. So it was, I think, Veterans Day where I had the day off, and I was like, well, I am going to pre-film like 2-3 different videos for It's Me JD, and then another 2-3 videos for my new channel, Hustle Roadmap. And that went really well. I was really productive that day. And then when I went to put the footage in the computer on this little memory card, I inserted the memory card into my computer, you know, it was populating all the pictures, and then I usually hit the delete all photos and videos after transporting or copying over, or importing, that's what it is. Yeah, delete photos and videos after importing, because, you know, I want to clear up space on my memory card. So I hit that button, hit import, and then it just crashed. Everything, it was like doomsday. I kept getting error messages that said corrupt footage or unable to load, and the little spinny thing just kept spinning, but no photos or videos were uploading, and I was like, what? I literally spent 7.5 hours filming. I had about 4 or 5 videos in the queue, like a footage, you know, planned footage for those videos, and the whole memory card was corrupt. I have to laugh about it now because otherwise I'd cry. God, that sucked. You know, because it's not like, oh, I'll just take the next day and reshoot everything. It's like, oh no, I have to basically wait until I get another day off. But it was also just all of that lost work and planning and creating just gone. When that happened, I was pretty crushed. There's no getting around it. It was, yeah, that was hard. That was a hard pill to swallow, that really nothing could be done about the corrupted footage. Corrupted, supposedly. So when that happened, I was like, oh, jeez. Oh, man. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. I can't do this. You know, the holidays were right around the corner. I had family coming in and out. I was like, do I really need this right now? Do I really need this right now? And then on top of all that, my Final Cut Pro, it's what I used to edit all my videos. It's editing software. The software crashed. So the video that I was working on editing, yeah, that pretty much went down the drain too. I mean, thankfully I still have the footage from that because it's already uploaded, but all the editing work I do, it's gone. So I had to start all over on that too. And all of these things just happened in such quick succession that I was like, you know what? I'ma head out. And I just wanted a break from social media. I just needed a break. Just to breathe, feel good again, compose myself, not throw my computer in the trash. Yeah, I just needed a break. And so I decided just to step away from it all, step away from my like business social media, step away from my personal social media. I didn't even like update anything on my personal social media. Like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, my kid's birthday, nothing was uploaded or updated since Veterans Day. It just had to do an abrupt stop because otherwise I just kept getting into a more and more negative space, and I didn't want to be in that space anymore. With that, I want to, thank you guys for all of the messages and emails. I see them pop up and I so badly want to respond. I see the notification, but I'm just like, it's too tempting because once I check one message, I have to answer them all, then I have to update them, then I have to see what's going on with this person, that person, and so I just said, nope, I'm out. So during the holidays, I was with family and friends, and, it was such a good breather from it all. I'm going to switch colors to peacock feathers now. And then, around Christmas time, oops. Did I just put this in peacock feathers? Shoot. You guys got me distracted. Well, how am I going to save this here? See, I know I'm not the most perfect card maker, clearly, but let me clean that up. Okay. That's alright. Oh, what am I using? I'm using the old one. Dang it, force of habit. Whoops. Okay, this tool does blend really well had I not dipped that one in that one. Oops. Par for the course for this channel. And yeah, that goes back to the comment thing. You can certainly comment on my graph skills. Like, I know I'm not perfect, but to comment on anything else is just mean. So yeah, the holidays were good. It was such a nice break from it all. And then after Christmas, I was like, all right, I'm ready to get back into filming. I'm ready to get back into crafting. All the Christmas cards were sent out, thank goodness, on time this year. Whoop whoop. I was ready to film, during, it was around New Year's. And then of all things, I get a sty in my eye. Like, really? You could probably kind of see it. It's still healing. But I was like, oh, great. So I'm ready to film, and then I get a sty. And then also, I don't know what it is, but I don't know if it's like the winter weather, the dry weather, but my skin around my fingers is cracking and peeling. I know it's gross to look at, sorry. But I knew I wanted to film anyway. You guys love me regardless of my melting skin. I was like, really? It is just my luck that I want to film and my body is like falling apart on me. You know, even through the sty, even through the cracked fingers, I'm here. I'm back. Sort of. It may not be a new technique you guys learned, but at least you guys get an update of where my headspace is at. So obviously I have to reshoot those videos I did. And, man, there's good footage too. There's gonna be, you know, videos about buttons and using flowers, and other fun techniques. But, you know, it's time to move on. I keep telling myself, just woosah and move on. And that leads me to the paper crafting industry as a whole. You know, when I tell people outside of this card making little bubble, like that I make card making videos and, you know, I have a whole YouTube channel about it, they're like, why? You know, some may consider this to be a dying industry. You know, everyone buys cards now, even like, or they say, who sends cards anymore? You just send a text. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. I send cards, thank you very much. That's fun. When they say it's dying, I think they mean that they don't see it being as popular as before. I mean, scrapbooking and card making and stamping was all the rage at one point. And, you know, it was a chance for, you know, the people who don't perhaps have the, you know, artistic talent to draw, but they have artistic talent to form and to design. You know, I certainly can't hand draw a beautiful rose, but I have stamps that can do it for me, and, you know, I like to pick out the fun colors and change that up. I like to pick out the background and maybe add some shininess to it. And that's what I like about card making. There's the ability to really, truly take someone else's art and design and kind of make it your own, you know? When you go to your local craft store, you don't see a huge paper crafting aisle anymore. It's getting smaller and smaller every year. And that's no fault of the craft store. It's just, it is what it is. You know, they have to speak to their sales and what their customers want. But here's the thing. I think while people may not do card making as much as they used to, or stamping as much as they used to, I think DIY things have a way of recycling themselves. You know what I mean? Like maybe they'll go out of style for a little bit, but then they'll come back. You know, hand lettering didn't used to be a thing, and now it's like, now it's all about brush pens and calligraphy and all that. Bullet journal, I mean, is just a fancy word for, like, you know, note-taking, really, and to-do list making. But that became a thing for a good amount of people. You know, I think paper crafts don't necessarily go away. It just evolves into different things. And if they do kind of fade from the limelight a little bit, they don't go away completely, is what I'm trying to say. Like, they'll always find a way to come back in a way that, you know, future generations will relate to. And plus, I think people today just really like to make things themselves, or, you know, there's a bunch of videos and channels devoted to life hacks or DIY hacks. I have a couple of hack channels or hack videos on my channel. And, you know, they want to do things cheaper, perhaps easier, or just for the fun of it. So Personally, I don't think paper crafts will go away. I hope it just grows and grows. And I think with people, you know, the big time craft YouTubers out there will help spread the message that this is fun to do, this is creative to do, this is therapeutic to do if you so choose to. And, you know, they just keep passing it down around to their family and friends. And I'm really optimistic that paper crafts and particularly card making will grow. All right, so I just did a test of this dome blender on just regular, I think this is Nina cardstock. So I want to see how well it blends into another color. Because you can see clearly it didn't give me any harsh lines. And this is Distressed Oxides, so it's pretty easy to blend anyway. So far the dome is working. Speaking of those big time card makers or crafters or DIYers on YouTube, I received a lot of messages wondering like why oops, my toolie thing rolled away. Why I don't why people don't see me in blog hops or design teams or anything like that. And for me personally, that's by choice. And that's because, like I said, my filming schedule doesn't allow for, hey, you know, you want to participate in this blog hop that's 3 weeks from now. I'm like, well, I need it like 2 weeks ago. So I know, actually I need it way in advance because I need to know what holiday I can film it on and then film it and then have time to edit it, because you guys know me, I do a lot of cards at once. And, you know, that takes some time, and then that also takes time to edit as well. Well, I think being on a design team or blog hop is great. Like, it's certainly fun to receive all those products, play with new products, be part of a hop that connects you with other like-minded creatives. I think it should be an honor, you know, to be asked to be on a blog hop or a design team. You know, but since I shy away from all those, you know, I don't receive free product. I think it's a misconception that, oh, you know, you have this many subscribers, people must send you stuff all the time, and it's like, not really. Probably like 97% of the stuff I purchase with my own money, and the stuff I do receive or agree to receive is very, very small compared to what I purchase on my own. Okay, so I'm trying to blend between the picked raspberry and the mustard seed, and it's because I'm using this one again. Why didn't you guys tell me? Whoops! Gosh darn it. Okay, do over. I can't resist the Ranger blending tools. It's just, I think subconsciously I just continue to reach for that. I should put it away, and so I can just focus on the dome blender. All right, you're going away. I was like, why isn't this blending nicely? So as I was saying, the small amount of items I do receive out of just good public relations, I mean, I'm so appreciative. Like, I'm like, oh, really? You're thinking about little old me? No, you shouldn't have. And it's fun to see, you know, what designs they come up with and get to see the designs and play with it before, you know, the masses do. But you guys know me, I've always disclosed from the start if I receive items for free. I either list it in my blog or I either list it down below in the description box if I received it for free, or I just say it during the video that I received it for free, which has not been a lot. So again, re-emphasizing that I do not receive a lot of items for free at all. But the items I do and the companies that do send me it, thank you so much. Ooh, okay. Okay, now we're talking here. It makes like a scratchier sound than or maybe that's just me, because I haven't filmed in a while. You guys hear that? Of course, my other original blenders, they are saturated with ink, so that might be why I want to reach for those more often. But I'm assuming these would work the same. Once they get full of pigment, then it'll be much easier and smoother to blend. Not saying this is hard at all. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't see any that harsh lines, even though the scratchy sound is a little weird. For the future of this channel and my other channel, I absolutely am going to continue them. Fat or not, ugly or not, as much of those words hurt me initially, and you know, they still do kind of sting, that will go away with time. I can't let those words and those thoughts and that kind of language and tone dictate my happiness, and I won't let it dictate my happiness. If you feel so bothered by someone who happens to show her face when she crafts, or happens to mess up when she crafts, if that bothers you so much to just say such hateful language to someone you don't even know in real life, then you have got some soul searching to do, because I don't have time for that. I really don't. And we're gonna move on, because the more I talk about it, the more I give it attention, and it does not need any more attention. So you guys are definitely gonna see more creativity, more technique, more laughs, more fun, more crazy craft lady antics from me. And you know, it's been such a fun journey. For those that have been here since the beginning, thank you so much. For those that have joined, you know, partway through or just joined, welcome. I promise I'm not this dramatic at all. During my other videos, I'm actually in fact quite silly, but this is just something I had to get off my chest, and I just really thought I owed you guys an explanation of where I've been. It's not like me to just drop off the face of the planet, but that abrupt stop to social media was just what I needed, just to recuperate and recharge and remember why I do what I do here on YouTube, you know, and in crafting in general. I like the way crafting makes me feel. I like doing stuff with my hands, even though, you know, inky fingers means I had a fun time. Just want to end on this last note. If any of you out there are watching, and if you're feeling down, or if someone said something to you that was not so nice or not so friendly, it'll sting, it'll hurt, but you are stronger than that. You know you are. I know you are. You are more than what their opinion is. What their opinion is. And they don't even know you. They don't even know the real you. And just know that regardless of someone else's thoughts or anything like that, you know what your support system is. You know what your family does for you, or your friends do for you, or, you know, this community does for you. This, whatever community you're in, does for you. And just know that you are loved. Okay? If you forget sometimes, make yourself a card to remind yourself.